It is 3 o'clock, and we're going to get started here with today's cooking class. So thank you so much for being with me today. I know that it's 3 o'clock here in California. And so wherever you are, thank you so much for being present and showing up today. And I just want to tell you a couple of things. To hang out with me, you can click on the screen. It says something like, I can't see it on my screen right now, but it'll say to join the live broadcast, click here, and to ask a question. All right, so I also have my phone here on the website and if you were invited, you were probably given the website, the link right to it. And so what you might have to do is click refresh. Oh, see, here we go. 3 o'clock. Yeah, so that broadcast is going simultaneously as I speak right now. So you might want to, if you're coming in late, you might want to either back up and watch from the beginning or just refresh your page and it will take you right from, it will take you live in real time right now. So the reason why I'm doing this cooking class is, one, I'm a paleo gluten-free chef and this is my passion. This is what I love to do, is cook. I don't always love to be on the computer all day because I have other jobs that require me to be on the computer. And so cooking allows me to be in a creative space where I can just be with organic vegetables that give off and emanate great, beautiful energy, and I get to take in their amazing energy. So I wanted to cook bone broth today with you. So why bone broth? Well, because it's one of the most healing, I guess you call it foods or stocks that you can really take in. We've been, gosh, bone broth is centuries old. I mean, we probably have been doing it since the beginning of time, really. But what they knew, what the tradition is that it heals bones, arthritis, joint pain. It's great for the bones. It's great for brain function. So many different things. Oh, it also seals up leaky gut. So enough, along with probiotics, and there's a whole slew to leaky gut and all of that. And you'll learn more about this if you join Women's Wellness Academy. So Women's Wellness Academy is a brand new school that I am the founder of. And actually we start class next week. If you're interested, I'd love for you to join us. If you go to womenwellnessacademy.com, you'll be able to join us there. You can register for class. And there's so many benefits for joining. For one is you're gonna get a cooking class like this every week with me. And so here we are, we're right in my kitchen, and this is where we'll be weekly hanging out together. And we'll also have live yoga class, okay? Then there are also 7 teachers that are on board who are teaching amazing, amazing classes. I can't even tell you. The point of Women's Wellness Academy is to teach you natural modalities to healing. So you don't have to run to the doctors, go get on antibiotics every single time. You'll be able to use natural modalities in order to heal your children and heal your family if you'd like. We'll be doing some tinctures. We'll be working with essential oils. We'll be learning how to ferment, how to juice. There's so many different classes to take in Women's Wellness Academy. But the best part about it is when you sign up, you'll be a student for life. So everyone tells me that I'm crazy for doing that, especially because, you know, I'm an entrepreneur. But at the same time, I understand that it's not really a great way of doing business. But I don't really care. I don't care because I want as many people, as many mothers to join in so they can learn how to naturally take care of their children as well. And to learn about what is really going on in this world, with especially in the medical system, let's expose what's happening. And so you'll learn more of what's going on a global standpoint, in the United States standpoint, about why the pharmaceutical companies are winning here. So in order to fight back, in order to take our power back, we need a school like Women's Wellness Academy. And who's going to do it? It's the moms. The moms are going to rise above and change the world in our future. So a little bit more about me. If you don't know who I am, my name is Nikki Jencen. And like I said before, I'm the founder of Women's Wellness Academy. I also have a weight loss to wellness program called Wheat Free Adventure. I'm a paleo and gluten-free chef. I cook for people locally here. I'm in San Diego. And so what I do is I will talk to my client, and we'll talk over a menu, and they tell me the foods that they love and foods that they don't love, or what they're allergic to. I also cater to allergies. And, I cook their food and then I deliver it for them. So that's something I do on the side as well. I do it because I love it. I do it because it's a passion, and it's a different side of my creativity that I like to exercise. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little tour around my kitchen. Now, cooking class could be anywhere from 45 to an hour, it just depends. So if you guys wanna come on, I see that I have a couple of viewers. If you guys wanna come in so I can see your beautiful faces, just click on whatever it says, click here. Hold on, let me get back. Let me get it back. So it says to join us live or to ask a question, click on be part of the conversation, click here to join the audience for this hangout. So it should be right on your screen. Just go ahead and click that and join in, and I can see your beautiful face, and we'll be able to have a conversation while we cook. Or if you don't want me to see your face, that's okay. You can join the chat. Now on the right-hand side, it will say you can enter your message. I will do my best to read your messages live, or I will get back to you with your question. The thing is that I would love it if you had some questions and you want to email me, or you can call me. So either way, I'm here for you, and let's get started with the tour. So I'm a one-man show today. Yes, I am. So I'm going to just give you a little bit of a tour around my kitchen. It's nothing big, so don't worry. It's not going to take hours to go in my kitchen. So here's the bones that I'll be talking about in a minute. There's my juicer and my KitchenAid, and let's go in my fridge here. Not too bad. So I have some spinach. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. I have lots of kombucha. Now I just did this. This is the second ferment. Today is actually the day that they were ready. How about we bust open one of these and I can show you what they look like. Because you will be learning about how to make kombucha in Women's Wellness Academy. Either myself or Sarika will be teaching that class. So depends on what you like. If you want, this is ginger. I'm gonna do ginger, it's my favorite. Okay, so I do have some yogurt. My daughter loves yogurt. And then I have some, this isn't Talenti, this is actually coconut milk. Let's see, you can't really see. Then I have potatoes, some organic apple juice, almond milk. Sorry, I'm in the way. And then I have lots of vegetables. It's a staple. You have to have lots of veggies. Look at this thing. So I just got this from my little farmers, what are they, CSA. So they delivered this really cool broccoli. Isn't that cool? in the drawer below. So I don't know if you were impressed with that, but that's what it is. Not much in my freezer. I have a gluten-free pie, some organic beef, some organic corn, gluten-free pizza. Yeah, oh, I don't know if you guys know about this, but we can also make some acai bowls. We love acai bowls in this house. They are good. The problem is they taste better with granola. So I don't really like to eat a store-bought granola just because it has so many carbohydrates. So I like to do my own granola made with nuts. So maybe we'll do that. If you want to join in on a cooking class, you just send me ideas and we'll cook whatever you want, really. we'll come up with a poll or something. All right, so let's open this. Cheers to our health. Oh my gosh, it just spewed everywhere. Bummer, dude. That's all that kombucha, that good stuff. That is live and kicking, people. Live and kicking. Now my station's a mess. Here, I'll show you. It's just a mess. All right. Well, we did have kombucha. We still do, but. So yeah, like I said, I'm a one-man show. So we're hanging out together. Oh my gosh, it is really, really fermented. Woo! I'm gonna show you. Don't worry. Look at that. That is crazy. That just totally like fizzed out. That's not even a word. Fizzed out of everything, everywhere. Got on the counters, everything. All right. So you can't really see. Now, this is just, Sarika is going to appreciate this for sure. She loves anything fermented. And I did it myself. Even though store-bought kombucha is definitely not going to fizz like this. But hey, cheers to our health, huh? Oh, that is so good. Oh my gosh. I wish you were here to enjoy this. It's fantastic. Okay, bone broth. Here's what we're going to do. First things, sorry to say, if you're vegan, you don't want to look at this, close your eyes. But I have 3 carcasses, chicken carcasses. Now, here's the thing. If you are vegan, Sarika has some amazing tips for you to create a bone broth without actually any bones. That is just as good. I don't know that secret recipe, but she knows, and she's a Women's Wellness Academy teacher, along with a slew of other things. So she's going to be teaching that, and we'll pick her brain as much as possible. Okay, so these I froze. So I didn't have like 3 chickens, 3 whole chickens all at once for dinner last night. These were frozen. So what I do is we have chicken, probably like a whole chicken, a couple times a month, okay? What I do is I freeze it. I keep it until I have enough bones to make a broth, to make the bone broth stock. And what you want to do too, what I don't necessarily have is, because I don't eat this, but if you have like knuckles, I think lots of cartilage is better, because you want that bone broth to be as gelatinous as possible. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven. I have a very old oven, by the way, and it's not the prettiest, but hey, it works. It gets the job done. So 450 degrees, in they go. So what is going to happen is they're going to defrost a little bit. They're going to get a little bit softer, a little bit more pliable. You can, I have skipped this step of putting them in the oven. A lot of different websites do tell you to go ahead and put them in the oven or saute the bones. So for today, that was so bubbly. Oh my goodness, so sorry. Kombucha is amazing, but it gives you the bubbles, the burpees. So I lost my train of thought. Yes, okay, so when you have little bones, okay, you want to eat, like, if you can eat chicken feet or the necks or anything that has a lot of cartilage in it, that's what you want to keep, okay? The other thing is that what I don't have today is some really good bones from like a cow or pig, because they have a little bit more meat on them, they have more cartilage, and so you can get a really good stock going with that, with those bones. Now the chicken stock, the chicken bone broth is good too. So it will get the job done. You will feel amazing, I promise you. I have done bone broth a ton of times. I was making it for people and they never complained. So, you know, the thing about bone broth is that you can make as many batches as you like. It really does taste pretty good, but it gels. I mean, you're gonna get like a good fat layer, and that's what you want. That's what heals the gut. And so that's the whole idea behind this. Now, you might be asking yourself, hey, Nikki, I saw bone broth at the store. Why can't I just buy that? Well, I'm sorry, but that's not good enough bone broth. They probably made it, you know, probably did a good job making it. But at the same time, it doesn't have the gelatin that you want, okay? It's that factor that we're looking for. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you something. Now, first of all, I have some garlic. I don't know if you've seen this on YouTube or all over Facebook, really. So I don't even know if it's gonna work today. I tried it. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So we'll see how it goes. So, got a garlic. Shake it real good. Nope. Look at that. I'll show you on the board. Look at this. How's that? Okay, so, I mean, not too bad. Still have to open it a little bit. The one on YouTube is amazing. And then they also show you how to do it again when it's all broken up. When it's all in individual pieces. Okay, let's try it again. Ready? All right. So, little individual pieces like that. Okay. Sorry if it's so loud. Seems like a lot of work. All right. Let's see what we got. No, you know, this didn't work very well. That's okay. Look at that. Worked a little bit. All right. Some of them didn't work. That one did. All right, what you're going to need. 1 whole thing of garlic, 1 onion. You're going to need a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Now, you don't need to have all these vegetables, but this is how I make mine. Leeks, okay, they're in the onion family. They're very good for you. I'm just gonna turn. Celery. Now I washed all these, so that's why they're in the sink. My commentary over there. Parsley, beautiful parsley. Some carrots. And my parsley fell apart. And some herbs. So we have sage. We have some thyme and rosemary. Oh, that's so amazing. That is really amazing. Okay. So we're back. I'm just gonna get rid of this garlic stuff. Okay. Hope you all can see that. If anyone has a question or they want to come in and ask and be live, then that would be wonderful. So I'm not cooking by myself, but hey, that's okay. All right, you know what? Here's the thing. All we want to do is just make sure that the skins are off, because I'm just going to put these bad boys in whole. And you can hit them like I did, because it does bring out the flavor more. And I don't like to waste my time on these little ones. Okay, I like the big ones. Look at that. Love it. So good. All right. Oh, that one's skivvy-yaddy. Yuck. I'm going to use that one. If it has brown on there or it's been bruised, don't use it. Well, that one came off kind of nicely. Let's use that one. All right. I was trying to cheat the system here, and it didn't 100% work, but some of them did come off, so that's good. So like I said, these little ones, I don't care about them. Throw them away. Yeah. Bye-bye. So you can use way more garlic if you want. The thing about garlic is if you have a cold or if you're sick at all, like if you have the flu, you need to get bone broth, or you need to make some bone broth. So, because garlic is a natural antibiotic. All right, back to me. Did you hear what I just said? Garlic is a natural antibiotic. Yes. So you could just take one of these and just drink it with some water. There you go. 3 times a day. Medicine. Olive oil. Okay. Olive oil needs to be in a dark container like this. Okay. This is a Kirkland brand. So go over to Costco and get yourself some organic olive oil. It's amazing. Why dark? Because if it's light, it's going to go rancid. And you don't want the light to touch it, really. Okay. Light's not good for it. All right. So I don't know, 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Put the burner on about medium. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll move the computer, the camera over once we are going. You can see what's in the pot. Okay, once we get going. All right, we're gonna saute some of this garlic and onion. Here we go. Back to the cutting board. Oh, come on. All right, my father told me, and something I learned in school, is you don't want to cut like this. Like this. Why? Because you're going to cut your knuckles and your fingers. You always want to keep your fingers like this, okay? Just one of those techniques that you'll learn in Women's Wellness Academy, how to cook for you and your family. Even if you're a new mom, or if you're thinking about getting pregnant, you know, a lot of our classes have to do with what to do before you get pregnant. So you have to prepare your body for pregnancy. And if I would have known these things before I got pregnant. I have 2 children, by the way, Cole and Tatum. My son is 9, and my daughter is 5. And they are the little lights of my life. They are the reason why I live and do what I do. Now, you don't have to necessarily chop it as small as that, okay? All right. You could do whatever you want because you're going to end up straining this, and you're not going to be able to see the end result right here live today, only because, well, it takes 48 hours to cook. So how about if I post a picture of the end result so you can see it? That's what I'll do. All right, just chop this up a little bit more. All right, in we go. You ready? Woo! Crying a little bit. Oh. All right, sizzling now. I'm going to just turn that down to a medium. I am crying. Whoa. That was a strong onion. All right, make sure to use a whole onion. Anytime that you cut open an onion, the onion absorbs bacteria right away. So you want to make sure that you're cutting the onion. Excuse me, I'm just going to wash my hands really quickly. You're cutting the onion, using it or throwing it away. What I do a lot of the times is I'll cut it. If I know that I'm just going to use a quarter of it, I'll cut it and then I'll wrap it really quickly. I'll wrap it in plastic and then I'll throw it in a little plastic baggie, just because I don't want it to absorb any of the bacteria in the air. Now, if you're sick, go ahead and put an onion by your bedside and watch what it does. It will turn black. So I'll go ahead and show you what we have going on. See? It's like love. Love all sorts in the pot. Okay. All right. I need a little bit more kombucha. All right. I hear something going on with our bones over there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use about 4 stalks of celery. Okay. I'll have this recipe up for you so you can do it yourself. You don't have to watch this video over again. All right. So, like again, it's just a rough chop. You don't have to be exact, you know, because you're going to strain this later. All you want is the broth and all of the goodness that, and you can do the leaves. The leaves are great. They're a different dimension of flavor, actually. All you want is the nutrients from the vegetables. Okay? Sorry if you hear singing in the background. I'm a mom, I do the laundry. Oh. Okay. This is a leek. If you haven't seen a leek, this is what it looks like. It's very cool. Now, I'm not going to use the tops because the top isn't really what we want. It's too coarse. It's too coarse. There's not much there. Lots of sand in leeks too. They're great. They're part of the onion family, and you know, they have a great flavor. You really gotta try some leeks. Okay, this is what you gotta do if you haven't tried a leek before. See, this has a lot of sand. See that? Yeah. It's not bad or anything, but what I need to do is just take a colander, excuse me, and just rinse it more because the sand gets so embedded in there. And you can't really do anything about it until you cut it. So I'll show you so you're not looking at a blank screen there. What I'm doing. So I just take the colander, the leeks, rinse it off. So I have another one that I'm going to do the same thing with, okay? All right. Oh, You don't want me, you want the cutting board. Okay, so 2 leeks. You don't have to do 2 leeks. You can just do 1 if you want. How are we doing over here, little guys? Sorry, I need to stir really quick. Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot to tell you? I forgot to tell you about Mega Wellness Summit. I am also a host. See all that? A host. I'm a telesummit host. And the telesummit that I run every year is called Mega Wellness Summit. It's actually running this March. Excuse me, I'll be right back. I'm just rinsing these off. So March 13th, it's going to launch. And what jogged my memory of that is that my interview with Jimmy Moore, who he does keto. Now, keto is just another word for a lot of fat in your diet. So in go the leeks. So I interviewed him, Jimmy Moore, and Maria Emmerich, who actually is the who co-wrote their new cookbook together. And their cookbook is really, really cool because it has a lot of ingredients in good brain food. It's absolutely fantastic brain food. If you can't do dairy, keto has a lot of dairy in it, just because of the fat content. But if you can't do dairy, you just do coconut milk or coconut cream. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the carrots now. Here we go, ready? Back on the cutting board. All right, so again, just a really rough chop. Make sure your fingers stay back. Okay, I'll do one at a time now. Whoop, we have a runaway. Yeah, so it was such a fun interview with Jimmy Moore, and he was at the time he was on a bone broth diet with lots and lots of Himalayan pink salt, and you get to hear the interview if you join us for Mega Wellness Summit. But yeah, it was really interesting that he was on a fast, is what I should say. He was fasting. And he was fasting and he was drinking bone broth. So good for you every day. He would wake up, he'd have kombucha, get the good gut bacteria. So that was 4 carrots, by the way, if you weren't counting. Now I have some sage. Oh, I actually have sage growing in my backyard. It's so amazing. But you have to smell it. See how pretty that is? So nice. I love it. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, you know what? I'm just gonna throw it in. I don't even want to cut it. I'm just gonna throw it in, just like that. Yep. All right, now for the parsley. I'm cutting off the ends. We don't really need those. Throw it in. Just throw it in, just a whole bunch like that. Bam. All right, what am I missing here? Oh, thyme. Okay. Time after time. All right, what you want to do with thyme? Just throw it right in. Forget it. Forget about it. Okay, rosemary. What are we gonna do? Let's think. Well, what you could do is just take it and take it right off the stem. See how nice that comes right off like that? Yep. Or you could just throw it right in. It's up to you. See? Hello, rosemary. I used to live by a ton of wild rosemary. I used to live in Santa Clarita, California, where I grew up. And there was a big hill that I lived by. And all this fresh, beautiful rosemary grew. Just wild. You didn't have to go to the store to buy it, you know? You just walked right up the hill and picked it. So it's very cool. I love rosemary. I love the smell of it. It's just a very fragrant herb. Oh, my house is going to smell so good. All right. So that is that. That's all we have to chop up, actually. Yeah, that's good. Let me show you what we have in our pot. Can you believe it? Look at that. Beautiful. Looks like a whole just bunch of herbs, right? I'm going to go ahead and stir. Stir, stir, stir. Now what you're going to say is, how are you going to fit 3 bone carcasses in there? And I'm going to say to you, that is a very good question. That is a very good question. I don't really know, but we'll figure it out. These are going to break down, right? And so they won't be so high in the pot. And I'm going to go get the bones from the oven. If you want to watch me, here we go. Ready? I need a little oven mitt. Woo! It looks beautiful. Awesome. Cool. All right, turn you off. That was very smoky. Now again, you don't have to roast them again. I mean, they've already been cooked, and I just wanted to get them, you know, the juices flowing again. Cheers to kombucha. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna add water now. That's part, I'm stepping on carrot. That's part of what we're missing. Look at the water I have, okay? Now use good water. Don't use tap water. You will ruin it. Okay, ready? Now you could use alkaline water if you wanted. You could use just regular filtered water, a good source of it. Anytime that you get, and now I'm gonna bring that back, I'm gonna bring that up to a boil, by the way. So forget this medium heat stuff. We're gonna bring it up to a boil. And those vegetables are really gonna break down so I could fit all those carcasses in there. Sorry, I keep calling it a carcass. It doesn't really sound very good, but it is kind of what it is. So yeah, with bone broth, because it is so healing, even though it might take a little while, you really should cook bone broth for about 48 hours. And you don't have to cook it on the stove and have your gas bill run or gas run for 48 hours. I have done that, and that's fine. But what you want to do is you could move it to a crock pot. Okay, there are 2 things. Oh geez, runaway carrot again. Okay. See this pot? The pot isn't, you know, it's stainless steel, but it's still going to leach some toxins from the pot, okay? So the grade of this pot, I would say, is subpar. So if you have somebody who does Salad Master cookware. Now they're very expensive, but they're probably very worth them. They're worth the money. I know they are. I have not yet purchased mine, but I'm going to as soon as possible, because you know, whenever you're cooking a stock for that long, it has to leach in the chemicals from your pots. So make sure. At least I'm using a stainless steel. There's so much worse out there. Like you could be using a pot that has, you know, that, what is it? It has a coating on it. And that's not what you want. Oh, I'll show you. Like this. Calphalon. Okay? These are not the best pots and pans out there. They really aren't. They're quite toxic. And you're asking, well, why do you have it in your kitchen, Nikki? Well, because I do. And they're really good sometimes if you're cooking pancakes. You know, if you're doing a stainless steel, you have to have a lot of oil and butter and what else. But I'm just telling you that those pots and pans are the best that I have found out there is the Salad Master that don't leach toxic anything into your food. And the taste is quite different as well, as I'm sure a consultant will show you once they do a food demo in your kitchen. So once we get this to a boil, okay, we will go ahead and add the chicken, the bones to it. That's pretty much it. You want to put the cover on and you want to let it sit for hours. If you want, you can move it to a crock pot. But remember that the crock pot will leach any toxins from there. So I like to just leave it on the stove actually and just run my gas bill up. Anyways, it's all right. It's, you know, it takes about 4 to 8 hours to get a really good gelatin on there. And so, you know, what I'll do is, and it takes some labor in it, but you know, it is what it is. Just because it's so good for you, you have to just take the time. I mean, kombucha takes time too to make, but again, it's so worth it. Our health is worth the time. And, you know, I'm extremely busy and I have 2 children. I run my own business. I work for another guy who sells structured water. And I mean, I love structured water. That's another conversation. But so I work for him too. And then I'm, you know, work at my kids' school sometimes. And so life is busy, but life will always make room for things that you want to do. You have to prioritize your life. So if you're a big exercise person, you love to exercise, then you're going to make that first priority. So, you know, if you're like, well, I don't know exactly how I'm going to fit this into my schedule. The things we want to do, really want to do, we fit them in. So, for example, your friend calls and she's like, hey, I want to go out tonight. Let's go out and get some drinks. And you're like, oh, I could really use a drink and some fun and some laughter. You're going to reorganize your life to make that happen, right? So there's always room for things that we want to do. So if you want to make a good bone broth, if you want to heal your digestive system, if you want to heal your life, really, you can do it with bone broth. Really, you can. All right, you know what else I'm going to add right now is a little bit of apple cider vinegar. And this is Bragg's. I love this. This is just a raw apple cider vinegar, raw and unfiltered. Do about a tablespoon. Okay, why the apple cider vinegar? One, this has a probiotic, just like how the kombucha does. This has live little buggies in there that will, it's a probiotic. It's for the gut. An antibiotic is killing off the microbiome, the bacteria that are so essential for our life. So either you're going to go pro-life or anti-life with the antibiotic. Yeah, bio is life. Okay. The other thing that you want to do is you want to add a lot of salt. Like a lot of salt. I use pink Himalayan, and I just get it from Costco. If you have any sort of hypoglycemia, you want to take a look at your salt intake. And I don't mean sodium, I mean salt. I mean really, really, really good salt. There are all sorts of good salts out there, and it doesn't consist of what is that? There's a woman, little kid with like a rain umbrella. It's not that iodized thing, salt. It's not that. It's not table salt. It's a really good pink Himalayan salt. All the minerals that are coming from the Himalayas, really. All right, I'm just giving it a good stir. It's not to a boil yet. I'm actually going to move this back a little bit. All right, see if that's hot. Yeah, the back burners, they're better, more efficient than the front burners. So we'll get that going. So a lot of salt in your bone broth is going to do a body good, trust me. Good water, a good water source is also going to be really beneficial to your bone broth. Now, here in California, I would not drink the tap water, although, you know, they do say with structured water that you can go ahead and drink the tap water because the toxins in the water are neutralized along with the chlorine to kill off any bacteria. And while that might be true, I still feel like more of a pristine natural water. Now, and that's really hard to find, I'm gonna be honest with you. Unless, you know, I used to live in Wisconsin and there was, you know, streams and lakes and springs right there. So if you live by somewhere you can go to a natural spring and get water there, that's what you should do, because honestly, that's the best way to get the best water out there. Now, with spring water, it is typically naturally structured because when the spring is going down, or a river or whatever, you know, the water is going to go over rocks and different, make lefts and rights and swerves and swivels. And so that changes, and, you know, don't take my word for it because I'm not the water expert here by any means. If you want to, you can follow Patrick Durkin. He's phenomenal. He's the hydration expert on Mega Wellness Summit. But, you know, I do love the taste of natural spring water. I don't really love the taste of tap water. And so, but you can neutralize your tap water with this device here, which is the structured water device. Or you can just get filtered water. Or, you know, alkaline water is good for you, I think, except for that it might be alkalizing your gut, and your stomach acid needs to be acidic because it has to kill off parasites. And when we take in things, right, especially from, you know, meats, when we go to restaurants or whatever, there's bacteria all over everything. And parasites are all over everything. So if you think you don't have parasites and they could be a problem, well, you should probably rethink that, because everybody has parasites. It just depends on how good your stomach acid is working for you. And kombucha is another great way to boost stomach acid, and also apple cider vinegar. So great things right here to improve your stomach acid. But the thing that won't improve your stomach acid is alkalizing it with alkaline water. So just some food for thought. You really have to just be conscious of the things that you're putting in your body. And that's that. So I'm just going to go ahead. It is not coming to a boil. I swear I have it on. But it's going to take a while before it comes to a boil. There's a lot of water in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the bones. And I want to take you with me. I'm going to move this so you can see it better. Okay? Can you see it? I think so. So as of right now, there is nobody who is asking any questions. So I'm hoping that everybody is okay. So here's the bones. See that? In they go. Bye-bye. And I had like a good knuckle in there too. Bye-bye. Nice and roasted and oh yeah. Good. Oh, look what was left for me. It was like just sitting there. A wishbone. Look at that. My daughter's definitely gonna want to do that with me later. Okay, here's a little neck. That's perfect. Bye-bye. All right. If you want to put any of, ooh, here's another wishbone. Nice. She's gonna be so stoked about this. 2 wishbones. That's good luck. All right. Any of the fat left in the pan, put it in there. Very important. Okay. That's it. I mean, how easy is that? It fit in there too. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a little stir. And what I'm gonna do is add a little bit more salt, believe it or not. And trust me, this salt will not hurt you. It's really gonna make things better. All right. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you what we got. Bam. So all I'm gonna do is bring that to a boil. Okay, we've come to the end of our class. This is it. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. All I'm gonna do is bring this to a boil. Do that right now. I'm gonna cover it. You know, and then once it comes to a boil, I turn it on low and I let it sit for 48 hours. Yeah, you could do longer if you want, but you'll see the gelatin start to form, and it's really a beautiful thing. You have to try it on your own, see what you think, and see how it tastes. I'll be sure to send you a picture in 2 days when it's all done, and you can see the final product. But it is it's very soothing and healing to your body, and I really hope that you could try it. So hey, cheers. Cheers to many more classes. I hope that you can join Women's Wellness Academy. We do close for this cycle this Saturday, so you want to hurry, hurry, hurry. Come and join us. It's going to be loads of fun. We are a great community. Every summer we're gonna hang out, not virtually, but we're gonna have a live event. It's gonna be a retreat, and we're gonna be pampered, and we're gonna hang out with cool chicks like yourself, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So again, thank you for your time, for spending this hour with me, and I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. If you have any questions, you can email me at womenwellnessacademy@gmail.com or Nikki at NikkiJencen.com. Now my last name is spelled Jencen, so it's NIKKIJENCEN.com. Okay? Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thanks for hanging out with me. Bye-bye.